Outdoor Pro Shop, LLC. Outdoor Pro Shop is a family-owned and operated firearms dealer and sporting goods retailer. They have pay-over-time options, a rewards program, and customer service satisfaction that is unmatched. They might not be the biggest, but they strive to be the best. Contact them today at 240-360-1298 or visit them on the web at www.outdoor-pro-shop.com. That's Outdoor Pro Shop, 240-360-1298.
Folks, welcome to another episode of On the Limb Podcast with Nature's Voice Game Calls, where deer camp becomes a reality for every listener. Join us as we talk God, family, country, and everything outdoors. Kick back, relax, and have a listen. Now, here's your host and co-host, Mike and Dan.
Welcome back, everyone. Dan, how you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm looking over there at you. You got a nice little clean up going on over
you
there.
noticed my beard here?
Yeah.
Old Cobb's Barbershop, he trimmed me up good.
Oh, yeah, I like old Cobbs. I go out there myself. He does a great job. He pays good attention to detail.
He does. You know, I told him, I said, I wasn't too keen on the shortness of the beard at first. As I told him, I said, just, kind of trim me up and, fade it in. And then I got home and my wife's like, yeah, that looks great for summer. And then you can bring it back in the winter, spring and summer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since it's starting to get warmer, but
well, is it?
Yeah, I don't know about that weather.
Come on. We was out riding side by sides and everything over the weekend, t-shirts and shorts on basically.
Well, it's 80 degrees one day and then it's 21 in the next.
Yeah, with 5 to 20 inches of snow.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, the guy we're going to talk to tonight, Justin, he's up in Canaan Valley. He said they got 8 inches of snow.
Yeah.
And so normally they get a little more than that. I'm surprised they didn't get 12 to 14.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, he said it's supposed to keep snowing all through the night. So
yeah. Oh, okay.
It's a possibility. But yeah, guys, if you need a beard trim or haircut, check out Cobb's. He's at 5237. Yeah, 5237 Big Tyler Road in Cross Lanes.
I was going to say, you had this already.
I had it. Yeah, I had it. I can't. Words are hard. Numbers are bad, too.
His Facebook page is up there, so you can check it out.
Perfect.
Well, the camera went down.
Did it?
Yep. I don't know why. I'll get it. You just keep on chatting.
Keeping on. Well, while he's fixing that, guys, we'll talk a little bit about some of our partners and everything, guys. From now until March the 25th, Bass Pro Shop in Cabela's is doing the spring classic fishing sale, where you'll find huge discounts on apparel and fishing tackle gear. They got that rod and reel trade in. Don't forget to take advantage of that. Upgrade your gear. You can bring the family for kids weekend and let the young anglers show off their catches on the kids bragging rights board. Also, be sure to head over to our Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcast for all our past and present episodes. And also don't forget to use podcast 10 at checkout with outdoor-pro-shop.com for 10% off your order at checkout.
Cobb's website is up there on Facebook if anybody wants to scan it.
Yeah, if you guys want to check out Cobb's website there. Was that is his website, or does that take you to his Facebook? Yeah, that'll take you right to his Facebook page, and you can check him out. Gives his address. Like I said, he's been cutting hair here in Cross Lanes for 20 years now. This is his third spot, and he thinks it's going to be his permanent one, hopefully for now. He's got, he's from the community. He gives back to the community. He's a great guy, real friendly to talk to. So don't forget to check him out for sure.
Introduce him, and then we'll let him get to talking, and I'll go back and fix that.
All right.
All right. Well, didn't expect that to happen, but anyways. So you got the Cabela's. We had that thing up there at Morgantown, so they donated some stuff for our attendees there at the live podcast we had at the Green Turtle.
Yes, they did. So, they always hook us up, treat us well, and it's Cabela's Bass Pro Shop. It's a great business, great products.
Yep. All right. So without further ado, please welcome with me Justin Samples with Mountain Man And I'm going.
Apothecary.
Apothecary. Okay.
Yeah, I'll help you. Words are hard.
I was going to say apostasy or something like that. No, we don't want to do that.
Hypocrisy.
Apostasy. Apostasy's bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like where you denounce Jesus.
Yeah. It's apothecary.
You don't want to do that.
No.
No, I was saying that over and over in my head today. I was like, apothecary. Because I even actually looked it up on Google and had him say it to me.
Hey, words are hard. I mean, we've said it numerous times. Words are hard, and that's a good one.
Words you don't see and say all the time. I mean, I didn't even know that this stuff was called this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, I mean, anyways. So, Justin, tell us a little background there on your business. Actually, before that, just give us a little background on yourself.
So a little background on myself. I went to high school actually with Mike, and I was raised in Southern West Virginia, grew up in Cross Lanes, kind of migrated away from Cross Lanes, ended up in Canaan Valley, West Virginia now. The way I've kind of got together with the apothecary is my ancestors used to walk the woods, and that's how they made a lot of their living, was digging root, ginseng, golden seal, a bunch of different stuff to support themselves, to support their community, kind of like a medicine man of the community, if you will, kind of like Catfish of the Woods. If you've ever seen that on YouTube, that's a great thing to watch. That's kind of how all communities took care of each other. One person in the community had something that knew the plants. Everybody went to them to feel better. And don't get me wrong, you can still go to modern medicine, but there's a lot of good plants out there in the woods that can take care of us. So my mom actually got sick with cancer a couple years ago and recently passed from that. And I got away from the plant medicine for a while. And then once I saw how the modern medicine poisoned her body, it really, God kind of put this back in my lap to take this to my community up here in the mountains of Canaan and to support my community. And all my friends and family were saying, hey man, like this is good stuff. You should really maybe start a small business out of this. And it's kind of grown rapidly. I've only been in business almost a year, and I'm very fortunate and blessed from what God's been able to provide me with the apothecary so far.
Man, that's awesome. I hate to hear about your mother there.
I appreciate that.
That's a shame.
But yeah, it seems to be that, I don't know, with all this research and stuff that's being done on cancer, you'd think that we gain some ground somewhere. It seems like sometimes we do, and then it seems like we take 2 steps back. So I don't know where that funding is going, or if it's just one of those things that just keeps evolving more and more and trying to adapt to the whatever we're trying to throw at it.
I feel like a lot of times it's just a money grab. A lot of our modern medicine, like I said, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against modern medicine, but I feel like we can really take charge of our health with a lot of the herbs God talks about in Genesis that have been given to us. We can take charge of our health instead of always going to run to the doctor. It seems like modern medicine just wants to treat one symptom. With herbal medicine and plant medicine, you look at the whole body as a system. So it's not just treating one symptom. You kind of take 2 steps back and why are you having these symptoms? What's your diet like? How are you eating? Are you moving your body? And then all that plays a role. Plant medicine takes a little bit longer to take effect, but it's very gentle on the body and you get very few side effects. Unlike the modern medicine that absolutely, hey, take this pill, but then take this pill and take this pill for side effects. We've all seen those commercials on TV that you can kind of laugh at from all the side effects.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Man, I tell you, I am a firm believer in the salve that you put on like your back and stuff. It's arnica.
Yep.
Is that how you say it?
Arnica. Yeah, I've got that right here in my Sore No More salve. Arnica, peppermint, comfrey, and Solomon seal, man. You talk about it, you got sore joints, muscles, arthritic pain in your hands from a lot of guys working the trade. And oh man, my carpal tunnel at the end of the day after working on the job for long hours, that salve, Sore No More that I have, it was specifically designed for that. I've got some back issues. All my products that I've actually created are something that's kind of, they start out treating me or a family member, and then they've really kind of taken off from people hearing about them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to ask you there about how you got into the creation of them. Like, was it something that you felt you needed that was helping you, or like you just said, helping you or helping a family member, helping a friend, and you just took off from there and just researched it and got what you needed and started creating it?
Yeah, through family knowledge, I've taken a few classes along the way, and I try and network with anybody that has plant knowledge. Because let's be honest, what good is knowledge if you don't pass it along to somebody and try and share it with everyone? And the way I firmly believe with my apothecary is, I'm out here to help my community first and foremost. And if God wants to bless me with financial gain, that's going to happen on His terms. I'm really out here to serve my community first and foremost. And a lot of these ailments. Like I said, the Sortimore salve is for back issues. I do a lot of mountain biking up here in the mountains, a lot of hiking. So after a long day being in the mountains, rubbing that on, I create another salve called Super Skin Salve, bug bites, burns, sunburns, scrapes, all that good stuff. Really good to treat yourself with that rather than putting some kind of petroleum goop off the shelf that may not work for you. So everything that I make has either been tested on myself or a family member has come with me with a certain ailment, and I've kind of seen the power within that and taken off with that. A lot of my ingredients, especially in the salve, there's a local beekeeper down in Parsons, West Virginia Honey Company. I get all my beeswax from them. I try and source everything I can locally, either wild crafted the herbs or I get herbs from a small farm that I make sure that I'm supporting, and where I know it's coming from, it's being grown in a very healthy, organic, respectful way.
Awesome.
Nice. Now, with that, with you having the company, do you have to do that, or can you go out and dig your own roots and all that, or does it have to be within specifications being under a company name?
I know you can actually wildcraft the items, like some items I have in my tinctures, items I have in my salve. You can go out and wildcraft that. It's just sometimes, like especially this time of year, there's
Sure.
not much really going on. Especially I live up in the mountains of Canaan at 3,200 feet elevation. We have zero growth and almost 10 inches of snow on the ground right now. So
Right.
I have to either stock up or go from a reputable source and get those ingredients myself.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So, highlight the range of products available at Mountain Man Apothecary, like
Hey,
herbal remedies, essential oils, and skincare.
Okay, so like I said, I've got the Super Skin Salve. Like I said, pretty good for any kind of skin ailment, eczema, dry hands, dry cracked hands from being out in the woods. You can put that on. Bug bites. Had a friend actually put it on a I say this wrong, brown recluse spider bite.
Okay.
Sucked all the poison out of that. Didn't have to go to the doctor. Very nasty bite. Continuously put on that. Healed that right up.
No kid.
Like yeah, you can use it for that. Bug bites. It's very, very gentle to the skin. I don't put anything in that I wouldn't put on my own body that would negatively affect my health. Those are the only two salves I kind of go towards. And then I have 5 tinctures that I've kind of created. I kind of call like the 5 pillars of the body. First one being mountain mobility. We all like to get out and move around. And as we age, sometimes we don't age very well. And that has turmeric and black pepper. And turmeric has been shown to help with inflammation within the body.
Yeah.
We receive a lot of inflammation from what we eat, from our environment. So it really helps out the joints. If you take that over time, it kind of reduces that. Family members love it. Friends love it. I take it every day myself to help with a back issue. I've noticed a way more increased mobility as I take that, hence the name Mountain Mobility.
Yeah.
So this time of year too, people are, I got some sniffles. We're in the fall. You kids go back to school. They bring that crud home. I developed a Mountain Immuno Blend, and these are herbs that have been around a long time. This is nothing special that I've done on my own. And in Mountain Immuno Blend, you have elderberry. Elderberry is amazing for your immune system. It's there to when you're getting nasty crud germs. It also has thyme in it. Thyme is very good to soothe the lung when you got a cough you can't really get rid of. It'll help get that out of there, as well as it also has oregano in it. Some people say, wow, it sounds like you're making some kind of sauce with these herbs. They are a culinary herb as well, but oregano is amazing at beating up viruses and bacteria in the body. It's called actually nature's antibiotic. And if you've ever taken an antibiotic, it crushes your guts. It puts you in the bathroom sometimes you don't want to be. But you take Mountain Immuno Blend. As soon as you start feeling the sniffles, the crud coming on, keep taking that. And once you start feeling better, you can kind of back off of that. works very well. Like I said, all these herbs are very gentle on the body. It's not something that's going to have a ton of side effects. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a few herbs I'm not really going to go into at this point, but there are a few herbs you do have to be careful. But for the most part, these tinctures that I've made are for anybody to kind of take. And for certain herbs that you would want to take that are what we call dangerous, or you have to be limited with, and that's when you'd want to talk to someone like myself or someone else that has more herbal training. And just to be clarifying with all this, Mike, I just want to let you know, none of this I'm talking about today is for medical advice. This is just basic knowledge to empower people to go out and do their own thing. Please don't think that I'm a doctor saying you need to do this. Always consult your physician first before you would start something like this, just to be safe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So with you talking about that, I was looking up some of this yesterday and today, and with the apothecary, it kind of was like the pharmacist back in the frontier days and the pioneering days.
Absolutely.
So people did rely on your information and your expertise
knowledge
in these areas.
Herbs.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. And typically, this was a lineage kind of thing. It was passed down from Tom. For instance, like back in a lot of my training that I've researched comes from indigenous people, the Cherokee especially. They have all this knowledge they passed on, and when they started intermingling with white man, that's how some of this knowledge got passed along. As well as when slaves came over from Africa, they brought their own it would be called hoodoo medicine or witchcraft, because people didn't want you to have that freedom, so they put this negative connotation against it, so you didn't want to use it. They brought their own knowledge over, and then they would treat each other with that, because this stuff works over time if you know what you're doing. So it's all about passing the knowledge along, like I was mentioning.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I just purchased a Lost Art of Apothecary book couple months back, and we've used a lot of. Yeah, that's an awesome book. Like, I don't know if you've seen it. It's been on Facebook.
Is that
or
by
something.
them two old men that always get on there and talk about
no,
stuff?
This was an older woman.
Okay.
But she put out a huge book, and it looks like the old school apothecary, like medicine cabinet, where you just go over and pick something out and it tells you what it's all about. But we have made we've replaced our Vicks vapor rub. We've replaced like a cough syrup. We've started making that. She's made several different things out of that book.
Oh yeah,
it's neat to be able to do that, because she's always been into the plants and the mushrooms and all that stuff. So we go out hunting stuff all the time in the springs.
Sure.
Yeah. To be able to put it to something that you're actually going to use and provide for your family with is outstanding.
So basically,
if we would all go back 200 years, this is what everybody did. You had an ailment, you knew somebody in the community, they would go walk out in the woods for 3 hours and come back, drink this tea, chew on this root. That's what everyone did. And then John D. Rockefeller got a hold of oil and realized he could start a whole pharmaceutical company around that, and then a school of medicine. The American Cancer Society was all funded through that, and all that herbal medication and herbal knowledge was pushed to the wayside because he figured out how much money was going to be involved and he could get from people. And it's a money grab.
Wow.
Yeah. So I know you'd already discussed a little bit about your ingredients, sourcing of them. Do you go out when stuff is available? Do you collect a lot for your own and to utilize, or do you pretty much just source a lot of it now?
I know. I go out, I try and find as much as I can. Up here in Canaan, we have a very short grow season due to the elevation. So I have some lovely community members that allow me to forage on their land, as well. I've started growing some medicinal plants on my land as well. And then what I can't find, I do source from local farms within Appalachia and try and support local businesses and buy their locally sourced herbs from them.
Nice. That's awesome.
A lot of the stuff, if you would try and go on Amazon and say, hey, well, I would like to get my own elderberry, make an elderberry tincture, which is great. You're trying to do the right thing. But a lot of that stuff comes from China and you have no idea what comes in it. And it's you might be taking actually 3 steps back putting that into your body.
Oh, yeah, because there's no regulations on what they can say. They can market it as one thing and it be completely different.
Absolutely.
Have some elderberry juice in it. That's all they have. And the rest of it's crap for you.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
So I mentioned those. I have 3 other tinctures. I have one's called Mountain Cleanse. So a little bit of background on Mountain Cleanse. This is a very gentle cleanse for the body. It's not something you're going to take and it's going to just, whoa, man, I can't leave the house today. I'm doing this cleanse. I'm in the bathroom all day. This is
Sure.
a very gentle cleanse for the body. And what it treats are the 3 filters of the body: the liver, the kidneys, and the lymphatic system. So if we would go back 150 years or so, when we all used to eat out of our cellars, this time of year, you're out of fresh vegetables, you're eating very heavy meats and fats. So your body kind of slows down and gets sluggish from all that kind of eating. So the herbs within this, burdock root, plantain, and cleavers, all things we can find right now in springtime, help to gently cleanse those filters of the body and get them moving, get things moving, so you prepare your body to start eating cleaner from your garden you're about to grow. Which, let's hope people can grow a garden now, because that's
Right.
ultimate freedom when you can grow your own food. So the Mountain Cleanse is great to take. But what I like to tell people is, you wouldn't take Mountain Cleanse every single month. You would take one bottle of it and finish it. It's kind of like if you have a clean truck, you're not going to go out and clean your truck every single day. So that's why you would take this for a month, get yourself good to go, and then continue eating clean so your body's functioning better. If you have a clean truck, why are you going to go spray it down again when it's already good to go? So clean body, that's kind of how I do that analogy. The other one, we have Mountain Mellow. We all have a bunch of stress throughout the day: jobs, family, going out in the woods, not getting that big buck you're looking for. Just a lot of things come at us. That's just part of being a human being. So with Mountain Mellow, it's got ashwagandha, lemon balm, and blue vervain in it. So what that does, it's very gently calm on the body. It's not going to sedate you. It's just going to be calming. It's great to take in the evening. Once you get it established over 5 or 6 days, you can deal with those stressful moments in life a little bit better by not immediately snapping or flying off the handle, if you will, or getting stuck in traffic, which we've all dealt with. It's kind of why I'm in the mountains. We have one stoplight in the county, a little less traffic's kind of nice. But it's a good way to calm the body down gently rather than going a pharmaceutical route and becoming dependent on something like that.
Right.
And finally, we have Mountain Belly Tonic. We've all probably had a belly issue from time to time, not feeling so good, slow digestion, indigestion, stuff like that. You could take this Mountain Belly Tonic, which has very gentle herbs to increase the secretion in your body of the enzymes you need to have better digestion. We've all eaten like crap sometimes over the winter time, slowed our bodies down a little bit. Heavy biscuits and gravy. Who doesn't love a good biscuits and gravy? Don't get me wrong. Trying to improve our stomach. So you would take that before you would eat. So you kind of prime the body, kind of like you would prime your lawnmower, putting that bulb a couple times, prime that body to get ready to digest properly. And you would only use this in an acute situation. You wouldn't use it every single day, every single month. It's only when you're kind of having those issues you need dealt with.
Yeah.
So you got anything that'll help you take care of like your Christmas cookies and all those sweets you eat?
Well, what I would recommend, when you start eating, heavy sugars, heavy fat, stuff like that, get out and move your body, man. That's what a great thing about going out and looking for these herbs in the woods. You might walk half a mile and find what you need. You might walk 10 miles and not find anything, but at least you're out in the woods having a great time. And that's when that
Oh, we just lost him. That's his feed went out.
No.
Anyways, we'll take a break real quick here. Word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
You still with me? Sorry about that. I don't know what. I think the internet dropped out.
Calls is brought to you by Webb Plumbing Incorporated, located at 6202 McCorkle Avenue, St. Albans, West Virginia. Webb Plumbing Incorporated has had master plumbers and HVAC specialists established and serving the Canaan Valley since 1994. 30 years of commercial and residential service that you can trust. Contact Webb Plumbing today at 304-768-4324 for a free estimate or quote today. You can also visit them on the web at webbplumbing.net. Contact Webb Plumbing Incorporated today at 304-768-4324. This episode of On the Limb with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Carts Towing and Timco Auto Transport. Local and long distance towing, auto recovery, roadside assistance, auto lockouts, and jump starts. And they also do repossessions. Give them a call today at 304-949-2323 or 304-925-0858. Again, that's Carts Towing and Timco Auto Transport, 304-949-2323.
Can you hear me, Mike?
304-925-0858. All right, guys. Sorry about that. We had a little disconnection there. I think he's back on now, so we'll get back with him. Justin Samples with Mountain Man Apothecary.
There you go. Before we do that, we'll talk about troutroutes.com. You can jump on there and use promo code Nature26 and get 3-month membership for free. Trout Routes is one of our great ad partners where you can find new waters, new places, and new access points available on both Android and Apple. Also, check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. We're there.
Can you hear me?
Forget about
we got you,
on
mate.
X Maps.
Oh yeah, can't forget about OnX Maps.
We have the QR code there, so you can scan your OnX Maps and go there and get that app. You can get the OnX Hunt. You can get OnX Maps, OnX Fish,
OnX Backcountry,
OnX Off-Road
Trail,
all those good things.
Yeah,
they lost you.
No, we got you there.
Yeah, can you hear us? I thought yeah, there he is.
Yep.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, sir. I got you now. Sorry about that. I think I lost my connection briefly.
No,
no
you're
worries,
fine.
happens.
We was just doing some commercials there for our ad partners.
Perfect.
All right, we'll get back into it. So right before we went to break there, you were talking about some of the different things that you all do and source in the woods.
Yeah. So walking through the woods, you mentioned also you have something for having a lot of Little Debbie cakes or whatever, Christmas cookies.
Oh,
who doesn't love a good Christmas cookie?
He got you big time with the Little Debbie cakes. He knows you, huh?
He knows me.
That's Little Debbie's biggest fan right there.
Little Debbie's big brother.
Yeah. That's not Big Deborah, but that's Big Mike.
That's right.
No, nothing wrong with having everything in moderation except moderation. You can go out and move your body out in the woods as you're hunting around. Sometimes you can find some herbs, which is great. But if you use a mountain cleanse, help the body's filters to move better, especially the mountain cleanse would act on the liver. That's where our sweets kind of go to the most, is the liver. You could use the mountain cleanse to get things moving better and quicker. Improve the liver's function, the enzyme, and then notice your body is like, oh wow, like I'm digesting better, I feel better, I'm more alert, not so sluggish, don't feel so achy, don't feel falling asleep all the time after I have a meal, or I got this afternoon slump. You're cleansing the body's filters so they can work better. And that just goes back to what I was saying earlier in the conversation about rather than going to the doctor and say, well, you need to take this one thing for an acute problem. The herbs are going to act on the whole system of the body so you can improve the whole function rather than just one little thing in the body.
Nice.
Yeah, Jared McClanahan said need something to cleanse those Little Debbie Christmas trees.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
That's the long time running joke. That's why Mike never sees deer there. He's always opening his Little Debbies. They're loud.
Yeah, it's the Little Debbie Rapper Rattler.
That's the Little Debbie Rattler.
They know, the deer know.
My dad actually killed the biggest buck of his life eating a Reese cup, so there's something to it.
There you go.
Yeah, they're quieter.
It's gonna happen one of these days.
Yeah, but a Reese cup's a lot quieter than the.
Yeah.
Reese cup is like what a deer sounds like moving through the woods. A Little Debbie cake is what a squirrel sounds like moving through the woods.
Yes. Yep, or a chipmunk.
Yeah.
But squirrel also replicate big deer walking through the woods sometimes.
Oh yeah.
when you're in it good.
Yep. Oh, Lord.
All right. So have we went over, let's see here. So you talking about discussing, sourcing your ingredients local, sustainable, importance of the quality of that. So you've talked about how you locally source those things.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hit on the little misconceptions about herbal medicine versus and natural products versus the
come on.
Words are hard.
Come on, buddy.
The medicinal stuff that you get from your doctor prescribed, what kind of difference? Like you was talking a little bit, there's no real known side effects.
Sure. So the herbal plants have been known for generations, hundreds of years. This knowledge has been passed down that, hey, you can go out in the yard and use dandelion. That's really good to take. So what's neat about some of the herbal plants, like this time of year, you're going to notice a certain few things popping up your yard. Dandelion is really good to take. You can make jelly out of it. You can make a tea, make a tincture. It's really good for your kidneys and the lymphatic system. Help everything drain out to get things functioning back since we've been eating heavy and having those comfort meals of the winter time. You go to the pharmaceutical route and go to the doctor, they're going to give you something that you're going to have a lot of side effects from. And you might hear this line, which kind of frustrates me, like, well, let's try this. I
Yeah.
don't want to be anybody's guinea pig.
Yeah.
I don't want to try anything. I want this, I want to know why this is going to work for me or why this is not going to work for me. So with the herbal medicines and herbal plants, they do take a little bit longer to act in the body, maybe 5 or 6 days to kind of develop a baseline. But over time, they're more gentle and your body can recognize what you're giving it rather than literally a synthesized medication that is all chemical. Yeah, there are chemical constituents in medicinal plants, but your body can recognize that. So it's a lot gentler. Some of the myths and stuff you're going to hear from, the plant medicine world. This stuff doesn't work. This is just hoodoo. You're a witch. I don't know where you heard about this. You're out of your mind. Well, how did people survive before we had Rite Aid and these pharmacies that had all this crap that we get? Obviously, they were doing something. Don't get me wrong. Modern medicine plays its role. You break a bone. There's certain ailments you're probably gonna have to go to the doctor. And I'm not against modern medicine. I want people to do what they think is best for their bodies. I have not all the answers. It's a lifelong journey to find the answers of what we're seeking. But there's no way to really pigeonhole yourself into one direction or the other. You should have an open mind to let's try some herbal medications. Let's give this a shot. Let's be patient with it. God has given and speaks in Genesis about having these plants on the earth for all of our needs. So let's lean into that. Let's go out there and seek out that knowledge. And like I said, if you got time, I would look up Catfish Man of the Woods on YouTube. It's a guy over near the Ohio River County. Tremendous individual.
Nice. It's funny you was talking about dandelion. That's like you said, it's one of the first things that come up in the spring, and for its benefits of what you was talking about, like you was eating all winter, you're eating heavy and all that, and it's the first thing that comes up, and it's the first thing that you can really start taking that kind of alleviates all that heavy foods and everything that you was eating. That's
Sure.
the world's way of cleansing yourself. It's teaching you, hey, this is what you do first.
Right. And, I've read many different literatures about there's this thing that if you would go out and look on your property, like what's growing on your property is a lot of times what God is trying to tell you that you need to have in your body right now. Like that you have a certain ailment. This is why it's growing in your yard. This is what you need to be using. But we're sometimes too stupid and can't get out of our own way to see what's really going on around us because we're too involved with work or I'm not trying to blame anybody or teaching or tell anybody you're living wrong or anything by any means or how you're eating. That's to each their own, but we just need to pay attention a little bit more to our surroundings and it's going to provide for us.
For sure. So talk a little bit about how Mountain Man Apothecary has done stuff in the local community there in Canaan Valley. What role did it play during, say, like that COVID that we just had?
I'm actually
He wasn't around.
Oh yeah. So was you doing stuff then? Was you playing around with these things then? Because
Yeah, I was actually still doing stuff on the private side. I hadn't launched the business yet, but I was still doing things for my friends and family. So I was still supporting my community, but just didn't have a logo and have labels on bottles. They were all handwritten that sometimes they could or could not read my handwriting. But I was still trying to support my community. Anytime people reach out and they say, "Hey, I've got this certain ailment. I would like this." I try and really be very specific with people, give them the time, go about their history like I talked about, how are you moving your body? What are you putting in your body? How are you sleeping? And then the big thing with supporting the community is, I understand that sometimes finances can be a problem. If you can't afford these plant medicines and herbal remedies that you're seeking out, contact me. I'll meet you where you're at. I've done consults with people that I tell them, hey, this is what I usually charge, but if you can't meet that, you got a jar of maple syrup I can have. How about what can we barter? What can we trade?
Art.
Like I said, I really feel that this knowledge should be passed around the community, and God will bless me in other financial ways. It's not about out here just to extract dollars from everybody. I want to help people first and foremost, and that help will come back around. If you don't serve your community, you know how it is growing up in Cross Lanes. It was a small knit community. I grew up in a holler in the backside of Cross Lanes. Everybody knew each other. You could beat each other's butt if you weren't behaving. Support each other in community, and those communities will support you as well. And the community up here in Tucker County has been amazing to me. I've got 6 wholesale businesses that they actually sought me out to have my products within theirs. I don't have a brick and mortar store. I just have some local businesses that have been very supportive of me. I give local talks to some of the like Girl Scouts. I've gone and talked to them. I'm going to a local library soon to give a talk as well. After school programs, any way I can give back. It's all about helping people have knowledge. And luckily here in Tucker County, we have all this beautiful land to get out, 2 state parks, national forest land to get out and move your body. I just encourage people to get out and take better care of yourself rather than let someone else tell you how you need to take care of yourself and end up at the doctor, taking pills. Spending all of our hard-earned money at the doctor is not fun. I'd rather spend it on riding my dirt bike, being out in the woods on a mountain bike, going hunting and fishing, spending time with family. That's what life's really about.
Yeah.
Right. You hit on a little bit some of the local venues you hit. But talk about any partnerships that you have, any other local events that you partake in, or initiatives that the business is involved with.
Right now, I've just been people have been kind of seeking me out to do local talks, doing plant walks. Last year, when the business launched, I really kind of focused on social media. This year, I really want to try and do more in-person talks and walks so we can. I love getting outside, and what better way to help people learn is when we can actually go out, we can touch things, we can smell things, we can walk together, we can ask questions, we can all experience being outside rather than hearing me just blab about it to you on the phone or seeing me on social media. Well, I think I know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to be I don't want people to be overwhelmed when they go outside and, well, I don't really know if this is the correct plant Justin was talking about, or maybe this is it. Let's go out and let's have a walk together. Maybe you can teach me something. I've definitely had walks where I was down in Seneca Rocks walking with some people. They taught me a few medicinal plants that I didn't really know much about. So it's about that exchange of knowledge with and the interaction with everybody. And that's how we continue to grow as a community, is interaction.
Sure. Now,
For sure. Yeah.
like you're talking about learning these herbs and roots and plants. What do you recommend people to look at? YouTube videos, or more along the hardback books and such like
Well,
that?
I would take a step back from that and think, how do I learn the best? Do I like to watch videos? Do I like to read books? Are you a tactile kind of person? Figure out your best learning style and lean into that. If you like YouTube, man, I really learn best by watching videos. Do that. There's some really good videos out there you can learn. A bunch of different people that can be anywhere from 5 minutes to 50 minutes long, whatever you got time for. And then, if you like to read books, there's a ton of great books like Peterson's Field Guide of Medicinal Plants. That's a great resource to have. I would recommend that if you're going to lean into technology and use an app to identify medicinal plants, that you also have something to compare that to, like that Peterson's Field Guide for Medicinal Plants, to make sure you know what you're dealing with. Because there are some medicinal plants out there, you do need to be careful that if you think you know what you have, you might put yourself in a situation where you're going to be at the local ER because you've misidentified some plants. So it's good to bounce knowledge off of each other, watch the videos, read books, use technology. There's nothing wrong with technology, but just take everything with a grain of salt and then bring that together. You can always reach out to me at Mountain Man Apothecary. Mountain Man Apothecary. See, I messed it up too, Mike. It's okay, buddy. mountainmanapothecary.com, Mountain Man Apothecary at Gmail. You can contact me anytime. I would be willing to help you learn what you're trying to seek out. And if I don't know the answer, I will find more answers that I can from other resources and get back with you. Like I said, it's all about just passing out knowledge back and forth.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. So, any upcoming product launches, expansions, or any new incentives that you have in the works?
Right now, the products that I have, so I produce everything myself. I make all the labels, the tinctures, the salves. I do all that in house. There's no one else that does that but me. Labeling the bottles, it's all done by me. So I'm kind of at my capacity right now, and I don't want to grow too much. That way, that personal touch is not in my product anymore. So I'm kind of holding right now to see where there would be another need for a new product if that would be necessary. But this year is more about in-person interactions, doing more talks within the community, traveling down. My dad still lives down there in Cross Lanes area, so I'd like to come down and maybe do some walks in Canal State Forest and get like-minded folks together, or get people that are interested and don't know much, and that's okay. Or if you know more than me, please come out and help me learn more. But it's all about trying to get more exposure within the community right now and be more in person.
Sure. Now, do you do much with like the mushrooms, the morels, and the lion's manes and all that?
Those mushrooms are very, very medicinal, but here's what I like to tell people. All mushrooms are edible once. So I kind of I've backed off pushing those kind of products. There are some very good reputable products out there. I do consume some medicinal mushrooms for myself, for my immune system, and for digestive health. Typically like turkey tail, reishi mushroom, lion's mane, cordyceps. Those are amazing to support the immune system as well as support the digestive tract. A lot of people don't realize, but 80% of your immune system comes from the gut. So you make the gut healthy, you're going to be healthier in general.
Yeah.
So I use those. I do like to go out and forage for mushrooms. I don't personally like to eat them. I just don't really like the taste. But I love being out in the woods. I love finding them. They're little treasures when you can find them, because some of them are very hard to find.
They are.
I'll give them to other folks. But as far as having them as a product for Mountain Man Apothecary, I've kind of shied away from that because there's a lot of lookalikes, and mushrooms can be very dangerous if not knowing what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah, it can be. All right, so I just want to let everybody know we have our, chat there to where you can post questions and ask questions if you have anything for Justin with Mountain Man Apothecary. So, Justin, we sure appreciate you coming on this evening.
Yeah, I really appreciate you having me, man. It's great always connecting with people down in the Canal Valley. Even though I'm not down there anymore, I still get to come down every now and then and visit family and whatnot. And I'm really appreciative and giving me the time to come on and talk about plants. Like I said, if you have any questions, please reach out. You can find me on some social media. Mountain Man Apothecary is on Facebook as well as Instagram. And then if you'd like to contact me, you can contact me at mountainmanapothecary@gmail.com. Also on mountainmanapothecary.com website, for all your listeners and your viewers, if you put in the code HUNT10, you'll receive 10% off. If you'd like to get on there and support the apothecary, I really appreciate it. And if you don't want to support me, that's okay too. You got questions, any way I can help. I'm just trying to build a network of like-minded folk that want to empower themselves with this plant knowledge.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't want to say it's a dying thing, but it kind of is in a way. Like,
Totally.
It seems here lately more and more people are kind of going into that, though. They're starting to want to know about the plant life and the medicinal purposes of them, though, I've noticed.
Well, a lot of your audience, I feel like, and I could be wrong, but you all are out in the woods. You're hunting all the time. You're fishing. You're out there amongst these plants. So if you just take an extra 5 minutes to look down out of the tree stand, oh, look over there, that's a witch hazel tree. Witch hazel is amazing for your skin. A lot of the witch hazel you buy in the store isn't really witch hazel. It's very watered down crap. So you find a witch hazel tree, you can make your own. Your wife or your girlfriend will love you to death for that skincare product you just made her. So be more aware of what's around us. It's empowering. It's freedom. When you have this plant knowledge to make yourself healthier, you've now taken out that step from someone that's gatekeeping your health.
Yeah. So we posted that promo code there in the chat so everybody can see it. And we've also got your QR code here up on the live right now. So you can click into that and it'll take you right to the website, and you can use that promo code HUNT10. So I got one more question for you here. So like with the broader range of, apothecary and how these things are, like Dan said, how it's kind of getting a little bigger. How do you see yourself, being part of that movement?
Just being more a part of the community, building. I think the way all of this is going to grow is the like-mindedness. When you have a little inkling of a question about, oh man, I just don't know much about this. Let's start reaching out to those that do. I'm definitely not an expert. I'm continuously learning every day, but what I have learned, I would love for other people to learn so they can pass that to family members, to friends. So in that manner, we can grow our community. We can empower ourselves. And then next thing you know, you'll have a community medicine man, medicine woman, whatever you want to call it. And, if we can all serve a better purpose within our community, that's what it's really about. Community is not about, hey, saying hi to your neighbor, being friendly. That's great. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But when we all can serve a particular purpose, like, hey, man, my buddy over here, he can fix my truck really well. That's great. I'll go over here. I'll give him free medicine anytime. Or this guy over here, he's one of the best gardeners I know. Maybe he can help me grow some of these herbs, and I'll give him a free salve because he gets stung by yellow jackets every year. It's all about that. It's how can we serve each other, because that's what God's all about. It's loving each other better and serving each other.
And that's what we need to get back to. The barter system was probably one of the greatest things. Oh, you got chicken eggs? Well, I got a couple steaks.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Let's straight around here and help each other out in the community.
Yep.
Building community.
I think the communities are getting back to that, like
to a point,
the smaller communities. All right, Justin, we sure appreciate you, man. Thanks for sharing your insight and expertise in apothecary, and we sure enjoyed having you on this evening.
I appreciate your time. Thank you, guys. Have a great rest of your evening.
Yep, it's good seeing you, brother. I hadn't seen you in a long time.
Absolutely. Great seeing you all, too.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
See ya.
Yep.
All right, guys. Be sure to check us out on Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Don't forget to check out naturesvoicegamecalls.com and use podcast 15 at checkout for 15% off your entire order. And like I said earlier, don't forget, from now until March 25th, Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's is doing the Spring Classic Fishing Sale. It's where you can get discounts on apparel, fishing tackle, gear, enjoy exclusive savings for club members, take advantage of the rod and reel trade-in events and upgrade to your gear. Bring your family, bring the kids for Kids Weekend, and let the young anglers show off them big old catches they got on the bragging board.
That's right. Well, if you scan the QR code that's up on the screen right now, you can get one of our most popular calls, the Nasty Hen, for $10. That call right there is one of the best ones.
Anyway, I
can't hear you over whispering.
Well, read lips, damn it.
I can't read lips while I'm trying to read the screen.
Guys, goes to aquacase.com. Check them out. Use podcast 15 at checkout for 15% off your entire order. They are your waterproof case and bag experts.
You need to read your talking points.
Why?
You worried about me talking?
Hey,
you're just like aqua.
Yeah, because I have apothecary on my mind.
I know, yeah.
And aqua.
That's me. I'm like,
threw me off.
Apothecary. I gotta keep saying it right.
And the whole aqua threw me off. It's like aqua apothecary. Wait a minute. That ain't right.
Oh, he got you right.
Words
there,
are hard, boys.
Yeah.
I was doing good till the last words were hard.
Well, that's fine. You'll have that. So you talked about Bass Pro there a little bit.
I did.
So during their fishing classic next weekend on the 20, I believe it's the 21st. No, it's this weekend.
It's this weekend.
It'll be this weekend, the 21st. So Nate Archibald will be there. He'll be doing a fly fishing seminar, and he'll be doing some demos and things like that. So he'll be talking everything fly fishing. Be sure to get out there and check him out at 12 o'clock at your local Cabela's and Bass Pro Shop, Charleston, West Virginia, 200 Cross Terrace Boulevard. You know, they've got a fishing pond still up there. I think the kids can still fish. I think they got bluegills and stuff in there. I don't think they have any trout in there. I think it's just bluegills.
Probably. Trout's hard to keep alive in the pond like that.
Yeah, for a long period of time. They've had it for a whole weekend now. But the sale's going on now through March 25th. So get out there and get outdoors and be a part of spring coming up.
All right. Kick the snow away from us first.
Yeah.
Lord.
That's for sure. All right, guys. We sure appreciate you listening, watching. Be sure to share this on all your networks there that you're a part of, and be back again. We appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Yep. Hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. Have a good night.
Hello, Hunt Chef Nation.
Turn any cooking experience into an extremely wild one with Hunt Chef's delicious dozen seasonings, jerky, snack sticks, and brine kits. All 12 seasonings are packed full of wild flavor, perfect on pork, beef, chicken, lamb, vegetables, soups, venison, elk, or any wild game. Order today at huntchef.com or call the Hunt Chef headquarters at 724-780-3377. Order today at huntchef.com or call 724-780-3377. And remember,